guys, welcome back to Lavender Lemonade. It's Ebony. We're going to start by telling about our weeks, but before we get to that, I did want to kind of just say something to my girls. A mushy moment. Aww. But we don't say it enough to the ladies that are on our sides that we appreciate you. So I appreciate you all. I love you girls through, I guess, any trials or any time that I'm going through anything. If I just think about you guys, it's like a uplifting, sets my mind back to like, hey, you're not just doing this for you. You know, there's other ladies around you that you want to see them succeed, and I'm a part of their story. So if I go down, they go down type of thing, and then it's just an accountability thing. So I just want to tell you guys that I do love each and every one of you guys.
Thank you.
Sorry to be sad.
I'm here for it.
Not today.
Not today.
And I told y'all, like this last few months, I've been a little crying, a little more than usual.
It's a season.
Not in a bad way, crying.
Happy tears.
Happy tears. How's everybody's weeks been going?
Mine's been going good. I just been looking for work, which has been interesting. You know, job applications get really long and tiresome. But you know, I found a couple things that I found an interest in. But besides that, I've been watching 90 Day Fiance. So, I mean, life has been pretty great. I mean, and I'm applying for government assistance. That breaks my heart. No offense to anybody who does get it, but I'm just so used to, getting it on my own that I'm doing that.
I was about to say you will. It's a process. It's a process. It is hard. I remember when I had to do it, and I was in line with the food stamp office and doing all that stuff. I broke out into tears because I'm like, I have a college degree.
Yeah,
I didn't sign up for this. I did not sign up to be jobless. I did not, you know what I'm saying? So when I went through that, it was tough. I remember being on the phone with the Texas workforce people, and even having to go down there because you have to meet them so many times, and that was tough. That's a tough season.
Did you have that personality, like that feeling like this is not supposed to be me? Like, I worked so hard for what I have, and now I'm going through this, like, God, what you doing type deal.
I totally get that notion because of who you are, but know that that's what it's there for, to help you. You pay taxes.
You paid into that.
That's what it's there for, but it's there to help give you a hand up, not a hand out.
Exactly.
It's going to help you to the next stage. So
exactly.
It's just fighting the stigma.
I would say
it has a bad rep.
Yeah, it does.
Because go ahead.
No, I was going to say we just do all we can not to be in that position.
Yeah,
especially if we came from families or we know family members that have been there. And you're like, I don't want to be that person, or I worked so hard not to be my family or my past. So I pushed, to go to school, to do this and do this job, and now you get on times like this, you're like, this is not what like you said, signed up for. This was not in my painting that I've portrayed my life to be. So
because we don't think about this, and I still remember I had a history teacher in college. We don't think about this, like we take government grants, we take government loans for college, and that's not financial aid. That is financial aid, but that's government assistance, and we don't look at it like that.
Public, what is it? Government loans, definitely. I had government
the
loans.
Fed loans, that's government assistance. Those government grants, those
Sallie Mae, Freddie Mac,
all that is government assistance, and we don't look at that like that.
Yeah. Well, I think that's because more so that's for you to get a head up. That's what food stamps. That's for you to create a better life.
That's exactly what that's for.
It's been abused.
Yes, just like
it's been publicized.
Yeah.
Its abuse has been publicized. That's where we fall victim to. That's not what that is for, because we see people not using it that way. We see people getting stuck on it and different things like that. So that's why we see it. We perceive it as not a step up, but that is exactly what that program is supposed to be.
Because think about how many people you went to school with that only went there to get their refund checks.
Oh,
and after refund checks, they stopped going.
They stopped showing up.
You
right?
Yeah, I mean, any system set up, people will try to abuse it. And it's just that's just the stupidity.
Y'all know my view on it.
But I know too many people though who were on it, who use systems like even Jennifer Lopez was a part of the Boys and Girls Club or whatever. So it's like if you need help or if there's a program that you need to be a part of, look where she is now.
But you utilize it in the right way.
You utilize it the right way and you bounce up from it.
Yeah. It's the same with water. Drink too much of that, you're dead.
Yes.
Yep.
Too much of anything is not a good thing.
Yeah. So don't hold your head high.
I ain't gonna harp on it. But
Back up,
No.
head up.
Take a deep breath.
Yep.
It's a day-to-day thing.
Yeah.
I remember
Process.
Crystal, one advice she'd said when she used to do it, she said when I did start job searching, she only did like a normal job, 8 to 5,
Yeah.
took a lunch in
That's
the middle.
good.
Because you don't want to bombard yourself with looking, and you're bleeding over, and it gets frustrating and exhausting.
Yeah.
But just like a regular job, you go in at 8, you off by 5, you took a lunch in the middle.
That's good.
Just proceed through it as though you're working,
Mm-hmm.
but don't flood yourself in your everyday
In
with
every
it. So
thought.
it's not, so it's
Don't
not
look
too
at it on the
frustrating.
weekends. Like, say, Friday night at 5 p.m., I'm not touching this again until 8 a.m. on Monday morning. Because if you don't, you will lose your mind.
Yeah, stuff starts blending together.
Well, it's tough.
So how's everybody else's week been?
My week has been very good. I would say productive, slow. I haven't been doing nothing at work. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but just been chilling. I mean, I do stuff. I be answering phones and stuff.
Once you have your team in place, it's like
most definitely.
it's,
Like I
it kind of
don't.
You're overseeing.
Yeah, that's basically
what I do. And half the time, sometimes I don't even have to do that anymore. Like I look at the IM and they're already responding back to me. I was like, yeah, okay. And they're already handling that, so I'm just gonna sit back and.
Let me have me some tea.
Right, exactly. I sure do. I'm like, thanks, guys.
I would say, like my VP said, he said you have to shift your mind instead of working out of a crisis mode and putting out fires. Shift your mind into working to a rhythm.
Yep.
So have a rhythm set up, and then if crisis pop up, evaluate that crisis. Is it immediately? Is like somebody about to lose their life, or is it just something? It can wait till tomorrow.
Something you can prioritize.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So.
That is real good.
Because once you set that up, like your days of work really do.
They do. And they're
it
peaceful
helps.
too.
I bet. Ooh, my week has been good. Just focusing on my health. Trying to went to the doctor today. More tests. You know, it's good to go to the doctor. People should go to the doctor more. I'm one of those people that err on not going.
Me too.
So then when you go, it's like, oh, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Oh, crap, I should have went earlier. But yeah, I went. Self-care, people.
I use those insurance benefits. I get my woman's exam once a year. My dental twice a year.
Ooh, you do it twice a year?
Yeah,
You're supposed to do it 6
I
months.
hear. I know.
I don't remember the last time I've been to the dentist.
I love going to the dentist.
Yep. Because your teeth look whiter after they get
They
clean.
do. They really
You
do.
just be smiling for no reason.
I go twice a year for that, and I go get them eyes checked once a year.
Oh, that's
So, like,
good.
use your benefits, especially for the preventative
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. I need to.
I need
Try.
to.
You paying for them?
Yeah, you
That's very
paying for
true.
it.
I
need
will
to get
definitely be.
If you need to have your blood work ran.
Oh, it's like,
Hey,
I got my
I've been a little tired. Can you check my
That's
iron
good.
level?
Yeah.
Dentist
Well, I
is
know my
primary
iron
care.
levels are always low. I was telling her I tried to, you know, when the officers were killed downtown, our whole creative team went to Quest Diagnostics, somewhere, some
give blood?
Carter Blood Care to
Yeah.
give blood. And I was like, so excited. No, ma'am, your iron levels are too low to donate.
happened
I
to
was
me.
like, man. But I know I have potassium levels low too, so I need to get. I take vitamins, but I think it's not enough.
Get potassium supplements.
Yeah, I think I need to get specifically
Just
iron
Yeah.
and potassium instead of that one a day, like, you know.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the individual stuff.
Yeah, I need to do
that.
One
I have
strictly
one a
for
day.
iron and one. Well, I don't take potassium, but you know, if you
Yeah.
take potassium.
I have one for my one a day women's, and then I take potassium. I stopped taking iron, but yeah, because the last time they checked me, my iron levels was good. But I take
good.
one for potassium.
But you were taking iron before and then it got back. Okay, yeah, I need to, because that's like,
Because your iron affects a lot.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just energy level. I just do not have energy like I used to. Like, I'm like, how did I do all of that?
I would say this week I've been learning a lot of networking skills, a lot of preparation for the next season of life. So that's basically what this week has been. It's been some ups, some downs, but overall it's been good.
Good. Networking is a skill. And it's a skill that my mom, like, working in corporate America as long as she did, she worked with a lot of people who've been in corporate America longer than her, and she said that's what they saw in a lot of African American up and coming kids, is what they call kids, like, that are now probably in their 40s, but they were smart, sharp, bright, but they lacked the social side of, like, corporate. Like, they just didn't do well corporately. Right. But, you know, it takes work. And
it does.
Yeah.
I would say that's, I'd have to second that, too. Learning to talk, push myself, and communicating with other people.
I just don't want to. I was telling her something, I just do not want to say anything.
Yeah.
I'm just...
I just don't do it. Like, that's
and it's so crazy because it's like, I ding a lot of people, and this is me being transparent. Like, when I'm doing the hiring process for work, and I get resumes, resumes can be really, really good. But when they tell me in their interview, like, I don't like to talk to people, I like to just come in here and do my work. And I'm like, we're building a friendly culture in here. So you're not talking to people.
Yeah.
How is that going to fit in this culture, this environment?
Why would they tell you that?
Girl, people will tell you anything in interviews.
This is like the same thing of a lady we know who knew, or I guess kind of know, went to an interview. And she was going to be a typist back in the day. And she told them, oh, yeah, but I do suffer from carpal tunnel. Well, you don't want to work then.
No, you cannot work.
Listen, I've had somebody, I told them, like, hey, this position that we're hiring for we're a 24-hour running center. 365. We work on Christmas, we work on Thanksgiving, New Year's. We're here every day because people don't stop getting sick. Don't call me in because I'm not going to, don't call me in. I'm not going to work any overtime. Because we have places where sometimes if the weather is bad, I may have to go into work. You know what I'm saying? I try my best not to. And now I'm fortunate enough, like, I don't touch my church schedule and things like that. But before, there's been times like, hey, Crystal, we need you to come in for this. Or, you know, I have my work phone. Even at church, I have my work phone. Something can go wrong, and I need to have, need you to come in for this.
Flexibility is a big
I was like, oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but if you want to be flexible, I need flexible money, baby.
But here's the thing, it's in the job description. So it's not like it's not in your job description.
It's not like it's
so you're not going to apply for something.
Right.
If it says, for me,
I never did anything. Like, we have plenty of positions at our job that that do on call or flexible and stuff like that. But I'm
most jobs say they want you to be flexible, and you gonna say, yeah, I'm flexible until it's time to be flexible.
No, don't do that. That's the problem. If you're not flexible, don't tell them.
Don't call me on weekends or holidays.
But don't come in my interview saying you're gonna be flexible.
I'm flexible throughout the week.
I'm lucid because I never applied for jobs like that.
I'm about to say, in the beginning, I was flexible, but now where I'm at now at 31, I have a lot of stuff on my plate, and so no, I'm not flexible. So I'm not going to tell you I'm flexible. So I will go in there and saying these are the hours that I'm needing to work. So this is what I need. Don't come in here saying you flexible, and then 2 weeks down the line, some come up like, hey, can I get you to do? Oh, no, I can't do it. What? Well, you said on and it said on the job description that we got listed on Indeed.
But stuff happen in life. You can't always be flexible.
Maybe there's certain times they can be flexible. Like, so maybe if you can't be flexible 24/7, maybe like
I can be flexible.
Here are my off times where you can just call me and I'm available.
I can be flexible.
Don't tell that to that person that you
don't do that. You can get. Okay, after 5 o'clock,
don't do
4 o'clock, I log out. Like, let me stop. I'll be unemployed.
I know employers are maybe listening.
I'm just kidding, people.
They'll know that she's not flexible.
I'm very flexible.
You need to come in as Shem.
Not 8. You need to do your 7 to 4:30 or 7.
That's a good schedule too. 7 to 4. It's a lot of times you beat the traffic, no matter where you are. Because once 5 hit, 4:30.
I'm 6 to 2:30, and I'm able to go. This week I started.
See, I would love to get off at 2:30.
That's crazy.
Go in at 6:30.
Yeah, I just can't because I'm still drooling at 6. It's still coming out of my mouth.
Like you.
I'm more than 9 to 5 girl. I get in there by 8:45.
5 o'clock. Oh, and And to say, back in the day, I used to work till 5:30, and then if we were on mandatory overtime, it could be to... Girl, I had a job where we had mandatory overtime.
Because you extra money.
Gotta get them shoulders. Mandatory.
And unless you salary. If you salary.
No, I've never been salaried.
Okay, well then, so you don't get extra money for it?
Yeah, you girl, that's illegal if
I was
you
going to say you now.
No, it's just sometimes, like, that was back in my clubbing days.
Oh, you wanted to get out and get on.
Mm-hmm. So I would have to come in like 30 minutes early, take a 30-minute lunch, and do like an hour late so I could still have time to go club. But that's
I can't.
So what y'all been listening to this week?
I need to be listening to Mahalia Jackson. Shoot.
No, you don't.
How I got over. Help me, Jesus. Just like health and stuff, encouraging, like,
Well, don't
gospel
do
Mahalia. Not
Mahalia Jackson.
Listening to.
Do you know who she is?
No.
I'm about to say,
it's gonna sound like she gonna put you in the ground. I'm gonna play it later.
God. Oh, like real old Negro spiritual.
I've been listening to.
Put you in the ground.
Skin crawl.
I don't do that.
I saw pews and stained glass.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, I'm good.
Mahalia can stay where she is.
Which is dead.
Oh.
Yes, she is. Gone on the glory.
Rest her soul.
My bad.
I didn't even know.
R.I.P. pieces.
What you been listening to, Aisha?
I've been listening to. I listened to the City Girls for the first time. Too ratchet for me.
Period. City Girls?
I've heard
Period.
it. Yeah.
They from Miami.
Yeah, it's like one of their songs. I Take Your Man song, but that song has been redone so many times.
I Take Your Man.
They too ratchet for me. I said, "Oh, this is not."
Somebody on the podcast mentioned them.
Really?
And then I went and I tried to try him out. And I'm with Aisha.
I'm gonna say I didn't say I listened to them.
No, I know.
I'm
just agreeing.
Are they too young or
they're very
language?
They
be dropping the P word.
Let me those words. I listen to very vulgar. My music is. Out of everybody at this table, I'm the one who listens to the most ratchet, vulgar,
you can keep them.
I don't listen to them. I'm about to say, it's only one song of theirs that I like, but that song has been redone so many times.
It's like I know you can put words together in combo packs,
and it's like combos. It's just like it's the blunt word, and it's like it don't. Because
sometimes you can have vulgarity in songs, but it's like, oh, okay, they said that, but I'm on to the next verse. But theirs is like,
it's like
what record label are they on?
I don't even.
Since you talking about the business aspect,
because sometimes I'm curious of like who's signing.
Okay, imagine Trina but 10 times worse.
Yeah,
like back in the day. Trina.
So it's like if Trina, Nicki, and Lil Kim all had a baby, and
Kaya, some Kaya in there too. My neck and my back. Yeah,
but a lot of people love them.
Yeah,
they love them.
I've never heard
like if you
of
see
them.
on social media where people say period, which we know we've been using it for years, but the rise of the little phrase recently is because of City Girls.
They can keep that. I'm gonna stick with listening to Pastor Ben. The struggle is over. I'm good on that. Like y'all can keep the City Girls.
I see them.
Girl, it's only one. When they redid Salt and Pepper's "I'll Take Your Man," that's the only song that I've tried multiple times to get into City Girls. Yeah, and I can't get with them.
They do look like they're mimicking their unfortunate forefathers.
Yeah,
and foremothers.
Not unfortunate
foremothers.
Yeah. So
that's the spawn of Trina, Kim.
But it seems to only get worse.
Jackie O, you throw Jackie all there.
And see, I listen to Jackie O, Kaya, Kim, Nicki. I listen to all of them because Nicki really isn't that bad.
Yeah, she's not that bad. But they like, I suck your D and like they just keep going. I'm like, oh, like I can't take. Oh man. I can't. Yeah, I just can't take this. I like no. This is not something I could put.
I'm
sad
in the though. Like,
no. See, I don't listen. Do I? No.
I want them to have more
respect for catchy songs.
That's just ridiculous.
More like, is it like more mainstream music, or we listen to pop, or we listen to?
My niece listens to everything, and I had to just recently tell my mama to stop because mama was like, I felt like it was something wrong with this. She listens to XX. I said, no, mama, she ain't supposed to be listening to XXXTentacion. She ain't supposed to be listening to
But maybe she didn't know what it meant.
I probably said it wrong.
Did she know what it meant?
Huh?
Did the little girl know what it meant?
No, my niece don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, but you're right.
When I told my mama that, like, exactly. When I told my mama that he actually had songs worshiping the devil, she said, "Oh, my mama is a cusser, y'all," and she was going off like, "No."
Really?
And my niece, she said, "Look at her." She done turned around and looked at me.
How old is your niece?
She like 5.
But I do think that, like, listening to certain music is probably not best, because I'm sure y'all don't know Bobby Blue Bland.
Yes, I do.
You know, because you know he had that song, "I've Been Stroking."
Yeah.
I didn't know what we were just in the truck sitting east, stroking to the west, but I think it was that type of stroke. And my dad like hit me in the chest. He was like, "Quit singing that song. Like, that's not stroking.
You got a woman that my grandparents with them old blues songs, because them old blues songs, they
nasty.
They real nasty. They nasty when you listen to it. So, like, my grandparents will bounce between listening to gospel music and them blues songs. So, it's this one, I gotta figure out who sings it, but he was like cheating in the next room and making plans to meet up soon or something like that. But I'm thinking, I'm like a little 4 or 5 year old. I'm like, Jesus is in the next room.
See, babies just don't know.
I remember when I was younger, I was singing "Like a Virgin." I got in trouble by my mom. I didn't know what that means. Like a virgin that's been touched for the very first. I just like this song.
But
I got in so much trouble.
My grandparents and them
You let me listen to it.
Yeah, because there's a blues song called "Catfishing at Night." I was like, oh, he's fishing. But then, now the older I am, I'm like,
when you go back and listen to him,
I think I know what he was talking about.
Around me.
Yeah.
Just like one day, me and Ebony was riding back from the mall, and I'm over here listening to Snoop Dogg saying his first album, word for word, and I said, you know what? That's what happened when your parents was in their early 20s when they had you, because they ain't got no filter what they had you listening to.
Them songs.
Like, I know NWA from, like, my mom was listening to that. Yeah, it was... Do better. Now you know better. You do.
You do better. You do
Yeah.
for yours.
And I would let them listen to, like, secular music, but it would be the kid version of
Kid
it.
Bop?
So, yeah, Kid Bop. There you go.
That baby girl. Let me tell you something.
No Kid Bop?
My niece showed my mama how. I'm about to say my niece showed my mama how to work iTunes, Apple Music on the iPhone. My mama didn't know how to work it. My niece was the one who showed her how to work it.
So it's hard to keep them out of stuff because they are so tech savvy.
Yeah.
You gotta put those parental
A lock. With a difficult password. Because they done figured out your password, your algorithm, everything.
You gotta watch them kids. What you gonna listen to?
A little bit of everything, but a song that's been on my heart, not on my heart, but I really liked Blanca. She came to the church.
Oh, yeah. She came a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago, she came to one of the
women's
conferences. But she has one that's called Real Love, and that one, I like that one a lot. And then she also has a newer one with Lecrae.
Yeah.
That I like. I can't think of that one.
Is it spelled like Blanca, like the color white? Like the,
in Spanish. The Spanish.
She's good. She's real good. I'm still on. Not Offset. I'm still on Takeoff.
I heard one of his songs.
I've seen her.
Because I like this one song he got. I'm about to lead the wave. I said that's my theme song for 2019.
Lead the Wave.
Yes.
Oh, did you guys listen to that Kanye West and Chris Brown song? Yeah.
No, ma'am.
I told you in the parking lot.
I told you I stopped dealing with Kanye. Let me pull it up. Let me tell you when the album that I stopped dealing, because even though my Apple Music week playlist where they pull back all what you listened to before in the past a lot, Kanye is on that list. I skipped right over his song. Because I really did used to love Kanye, but Kanye has really he's done it. He really has kicked himself off the he's done.
I haven't heard much of him lately.
Except
that one when they said he was.
Watch the Throne was the last album I really dealt with Kanye, because I couldn't get past that Yeezus album, because that was after Watch the Throne. I couldn't get past the part where he named the album Yeezus, and I was like, I'm good. That's when I really stopped. And I would still listen to a few songs here and there. Because, like, on The Life of Pablo, I'm going to be honest with you, Father Stretch My Hands, I actually did listen to that song. But his comments cut him. So
Kanye's been good.
Just going through some what do you call it?
I didn't mean to like bring him up. I was just trying to see if y'all.
I know you try to plug Kanye in every episode.
No.
It's
No.
okay.
Oh my God.
What do you
That
call
is
those?
not.
You go like growth spurts. What do you say?
Because I remember how the world was like, they said he was a weirdo, like back when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. And I was like, no, this is art. And I was really standing for Kanye. But now I can't.
I really wasn't trying to
Standing
plug him
for
in the
Kanye.
episode. I really did tell y'all listen to that song yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
I'm sorry.
I'm telling you in the
Why
song.
you can't?
Because I just don't listen to his music
Does the
or Chris
song-
Brown really. So I know.
The song that's on there, that they have
I
on
would
there,
run into it.
is See Me Now. And that has Beyonce on there.
Well, if
Oh,
y'all
that
get
song
in the
that
car
I'm-
with me ever, then I'll put it on.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's your
Y'all gonna
that's your
listen.
call.
You gonna listen.
Yes.
Did
And
you
I
guys-
can't always have headphones, so it don't even matter. I'm good.
Did you
I'm
guys
good.
see that Gabrielle Union had a surrogate?
Yeah, I see.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
She had a little
They
girl.
welcomed the baby
Yeah.
girl
I
today.
didn't know that.
I just don't know why
This
she
is-
ain't called me. I'd have held that.
But you know,
I would've said
I
it
hear
was
what.
that.
But Ebony, I hear
You
they
said
won't
that
let you
last
do
week
it. They
about
won't let you
somebody-
do it unless you already have one of your own. That's what I've heard is one of the like surrogacy rules.
Oh
really.
yeah, because your risk of miscarrying.
Because
prior to
Candy
that
and
is
Todd
fine.
looking for one too. I'd hold
Todd.
that too. Todd, as in Candy, from the
Real Housewives.
Real
Yeah.
Housewives Candy.
Are
Yeah,
they?
they're looking for one. I'm telling
You want you Instagram her
I
or
need
something?
I would hold that.
Don't you gotta go live
Oh
with them?
man.
No, you don't.
You don't have to, but I would.
No, they'll just come with you to the doctor's
But you
appointments and things like
I'm
that.
having steak and lobster dinners every night.
I think I would do it. That's with some
That
people. That's a
might
lot
be
of
too
money.
much red meat for the baby, Ebony.
Well, I'm sure if I go to the old lady gang restaurant,
And all
they'll
that
be
salt
able
that
to
they put in their
fix- they'll be able to
food.
fix me something.
And
Me and my surrogacy plan.
you're not
going to work.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh my God, just cut me deep.
I'm telling your mama.
I cut her a good check. She'll shut up.
No, she won't. Cause she gonna say that's not a God.
Being a surrogate, why not?
Well, she just
Do you breastfeed the baby too?
No, that's no.
I
You're
would.
just
too much
push,
connection.
you're pushing the baby out. That's
Ooh.
all you doing.
Oh,
If there's
you
more
go?
money involved, I have milk
Girl,
too. It's a
they
come with
had-
a package deal.
They had they had
Got all
Gabby.
the milk you need.
It's a
They had
combo.
Gabby in the bed like she had the baby.
That's the question.
I said, wait.
And my
With
coworker,
that gown on.
Right, yeah. Whole gown on. I said, wait.
my coworker
pretended.
said. My coworker said some mean comments. I'm not gonna say what she said, but she said, I said,
Girl,
I got
seen
confused.
it.
'Cause I
did
said I
too.
did. She played me.
I
And she been pregnant
I'm
for the
back
whole
to my
time.
old pictures. I said, she was pregnant.
Like you was posting all
Maybe she was doing the
You have to
stand
do-
and
yeah,
skin
she
bond.
was-
she
yeah,
was.
she
But
was.
you didn't really have to get in a robe though.
Girl, in
She
the
got
bed.
in a hospital.
She's in a hospital bed. Hospital robe.
Like she just gave birth.
Whole-
Yo, get your ass up.
Listen,
First of all, with a sweaty hairdo.
like she pushed the baby out. My coworker said she
I
could have
love
came in there
Gabby
just
now.
like Kim did when she went to go pick hers up. And I said,
Wait a minute, Kim had a surrogate too?
the last baby, because she's
I
been
was
having.
wondering.
Yeah, the last baby was a surrogate.
I did not see her pregnant the last
Chicago?
time.
Yeah.
Mom, and that
Chicago.
baby came. I said, I'm lost.
Because the first two pregnancies, they said if she got pregnant again,
was.
she could have died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those, they were too hard on her.
I just thought it was
And
always
Kanye
like a
said
niece or a
He
nephew.
wants seven kids.
Kanye is trying to
That's
keep
the
up with the
number of
Carters.
that's the number of
The
completion.
Carters don't have 7 kids.
They got 3, and it seemed like magically. I'm
Wait
not
a
going.
minute. You don't think she carried those babies?
She did.
No, she carried the first two.
With the
The last
That's
baby,
what
no,
I'm saying.
she. Everybody knows she didn't carry that.
Carter?
She had a,
No.
not
Oh,
Beyonce.
Not, Beyonce carried hers.
Uh-huh.
We talking about
Kim.
Kim.
Oh,
the
yeah.
last one she didn't carry
Yeah, she
because
didn't carry
the
that.
pregnancies are too hard
But she
on her.
never released who the surrogate was.
They shouldn't.
Yeah,
They didn't
probably
sign up for that
should.
part. Yeah.
Don't release me,
Yeah.
baby. Just
Yeah.
pay me.
Yeah.
Give me my coins.
Oh my gosh, I totally would do that. I used to sell my
I
plasma.
can't. I think I get
yeah, I
to
did.
it.
a lot of
I used
people
to do
sell
that all the
that.
time.
When I saw that ad for the mags too, but you gotta.
I tried.
You
My
gotta-
my scores were too low.
Wait, you have a certain GPA to
Yes,
you gotta have a
girl,
certain
I
GPA
would've
to
been
be
in
smart.
here.
What's
And
the GPA?
Girl, I don't even know.
was
But
high.
they say
What's your
It must have
they
been like
paying
a 4
thousands for the
point
med.
Yeah, they are.
Was it like a 4?
It was like
It's more than
$3,000
the guys.
per egg.
I want to know what's the GPA. Was it a 4 point?
I don't know, but I remember I told look,
find you
I had texted my
Mine's
mom.
going to waste anyways. Who need eggs?
I text my mama because they used to have me
They
up
need
at
a poultry
school.
department.
That'd be a crazy photo shoot.
Eggs for sale. Fresh brown eggs.
I'm done. We're gonna go on to the next subject. So did y'all hear about Missy Elliott being inducted into
I'm so proud.
Yeah, she'll be the first female rapper nominated for the Songwriters Hall of Fame. I think she's
That's
actually
what's
gonna get inducted.
That's good. Like
She got the lyrics.
That's what's up.
Hold on, this youngin, she don't know Missy like we know.
I know who Missy Elliott is.
She's the one who had the trash bag.
I know.
She's wrote countless.
I know who Missy Elliott is.
Okay, just list off a few that Missy.
Just because I don't listen to her.
Because she worked heavily with Aaliyah, Beyonce. Let me see who
Oh my God.
But that's probably why Missy had more money than a lot of people.
I'm about to say Missy has worked in regular pop, girl.
Candy too. Candy's written a lot of good songs too. That's a talent.
Yeah, I can write.
Being behind
You
the
should start
scenes,
writing.
money.
Just start singing.
Missy, I'm happy that she's getting recognized.
Me
Because
too.
a lot of
The
people
struggle
don't.
is over.
I saw that and I was very excited for Missy.
I might
Mine's a
write some
video.
lyrics for him and take him up there.
Oh, send him an email.
The struggle is over. Gonna be the chorus.
She's wrote for Ed Sheeran.
Nice 16 bars.
Dang, that's what's up. Ed Sheeran, because his songs like go really big.
Like Missy she's wrote for so many people. Like
That's what happened
Janet
when you find
Jackson.
it. Oh, that's what's up.
Okay,
Mariah
I don't mean to
Carey.
be rude, but can we move to the next topic?
you're not gonna do.
You're not gonna do
We
this.
gonna give Missy her props.
But yeah.
Because we know you get
All
to
she
plug
been
Kanye
through,
in
she got
in
out of the
every
trash
episode.
bag.
No,
She went from big to healthy.
Yeah,
So we watched Missy transition
she's
for
sick.
her best life.
She's
She
sick.
got sick.
Yeah. Yeah, she has Graves' disease.
She's wrote. She's listen.
sick.
Y'all not
Like, you know what I
we're not gonna let
Like,
Aisha
you
do
just
it. Because you know what? Missy has a long track record, and that woman. That's that disrespect that you young kids don't. You young kids don't know how to respect nothing in life. Y'all ain't got no respect for nobody.
She said cool. It just had so much shade behind it. Like,
I mean, just
it was
no
not-
respect. No
It wasn't
respect.
genuine.
No
Yeah.
respect. That's the problem with you,
So
you 90s babies. Y'all don't know how to respect
So
nothing,
right.
but y'all love to steal
What
stuff.
year you was born in? 80 what?
87, strong 87.
Okay.
The last of the real.
And you grew up in the 90s.
But I had the good Similac. Now I don't know what this meal. I don't know what this meal they was selling y'all. I don't know. My mama she went right back to work after.
Yeah,
me,
my
so
mom was
she
like,
went-
I'm not doing
I
that.
think
Yeah, she
I might
wasn't
have
doing
had
that.
Infamil.
Okay, so
What's some other black girl magic though?
hold on on that Black Girl Magic. I gotta get y'all the petty one.
We not on. We moving from Missy.
We gonna.
Yeah, she got
Glory.
She
Okay.
Who you
Let's
moving?
go.
I almost continue to go on Missy. But anyway, pettiness of the day since Aisha want to be petty. So it's a judge down in Houston, y'all.
The black judge.
No, that's part of Black Girl Magic.
Oh, okay,
So get ready. So it's a judge in Houston, y'all. He was mad because he lost on Tuesday. He's a Republican. He's a juvenile judge. Y'all, so the next day, because he was so mad, he lost all the kids who came before him. He released them. He said that's what they wanted anyway. So he was releasing people who were aggravated robbery. He was releasing everybody.
That's petty.
His name is Judge Glenn Devlin.
But in his pettiness, hopefully them kids can identify their second chance and do right.
But he was being extremely petty. I said
That's what y'all want.
that's how you know how people when they quit their jobs
And they go ape. Like the person who quit Twitter and shut down Donald Trump's account. Yeah, very.
That's funny.
And when they left Twitter, girl, Google it. But they reinstated it. Of course.
Because you know he has stocks in Twitter.
Don't do Donnie like that.
That's why he still uses
fun.
Twitter like that, because Twitter dying and he still uses it.
I feel like Twitter's dead. That bird has had a funeral.
I don't think Twitter's dead, because if you really look at it, a lot of celebrities still tweet, and our tweets are like generally they're screenshotted and posted to Instagram.
But a lot of them are going straight to Instagram. A lot of celebrities, a lot of big name celebrities are going straight to Instagram. You have your people like Donald Trump and the ones who like
feel like
talk
it's the
all
old
the time.
people.
Exactly.
Facebook,
like a lot of
Twitter.
companies are not even focusing on Twitter anymore.
Sounds like AOL chat now.
Yeah.
They don't even have it anymore. Shout out to AOL.
And speaking of your boy Donnie,
chat rooms died out.
That's what
it is.
It's a chat room.
One big chat
You
room.
think I can get my international man there?
Maybe.
Got it.
probably could.
Where you at?
He's like, got it.
Hold on.
You don't gotta speak English neither.
Y'all can
How
use
y'all gonna communicate?
Y'all can use an
We're
app
not
to
talking about that. We're
translate.
not talking about that. We're not going into detail.
I'm about to say, you're right.
Let's pause that.
So speaking of your boy Donnie,
What Donnie did?
and Donnie played 1 2-minute songs. A couple of weeks ago, Pharrell sent him a cease and desist.
Not
letter.
who he
did?
done did. Pharrell.
Pharrell. Yeah.
Really?
So this week,
Rihanna, right?
Rihanna said, "You better cut it out." I said, "Go on, Riri."
What song was it? Do you know?
I think it was "Please Don't Stop the Music." I think it was that. I gotta double check.
Oh, dang.
But that man's ain't gonna be able to play nothing here in the
Y'all,
And that served him right.
y'all know. So no, I don't want to talk
Go
about
ahead.
politics.
Because we about to roll into politics.
Because I want to know what y'all.
Because this episode, normally we try to stay away from politics, but because this is so fresh,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Well, here's my question
And we
before you
promoted it.
dive too deep into that. What just happened that it's hard not to say anything about the whole 13 people dead in the mass shooting in California. It's like, I'm not here to say I know what an answer looks like for the mass shootings.
Yeah.
But I would think both sides of the aisle would come together and say enough is enough. Like, we have to figure out something. Because these are people's kids that are dying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, every other day. Just...
But if you have a mindset of, if I have to give up any of my rights to the Second Amendment, and that's how they push it, we know you're not losing the Second Amendment. But if I have to give up my guns and all that kind of stuff, then I'm not gonna do it. They don't care. It hurts, and I try to stay away from that subject today. That story today, because it's like it hurts so bad, because it's like kids are dying because you want to be stubborn and selfish, and like I don't feel like we need any control.
He was 28. He's 28 Marine. 28-year-old Marine.
Clearly, this lost control like that.
He was in a
PTSD.
Maybe.
And they don't want to recognize mental health.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to get them help when they come back over here. Enough help. The help they really need.
Yeah, I think it was Tia or Tamara. Which one's married to that Caucasian guy?
Yeah. Her niece got killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His niece with her by marriage.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel sorry for these kids, because when we used to just be able to go into clubs and have a good time, you can't go into clubs like you used to with that type of ease and just have a good time. Now you looking around looking for the exits, making sure,
Even when I was in college, I feel like I was in college. Okay, I was in college 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And even when I was in college, it was never an ease being in the club. Like, you never knew what was going to go down. And that's why I don't really vibe with the club scene. Like, I'll go to a bar maybe, but like, you can't do it with ease and be comfortable and be like, I'll be okay in this environment, because you never.
Because you were in Florida when that club, that
Orlando?
gay club.
Actually, I had just moved out here.
Really? That was a lot of people got killed in that.
I didn't have that experience with the club.
Yeah,
I would say we just looked for exits because that's what we were trained to do.
Yeah.
I was about to say that was mostly like, say, people, if somebody had too much to drink, they started fighting. That was something different. But
or a fire broke up.
We had a good time in the club.
Most we saw some dude came up with that bloody face from that fight. And
I remember that. It was a club out here called Club Blue.
Oh, it's happening?
No, it was Cirque. Because Blue turned into Cirque. Yeah. But it was, But other than that,
when I was in college, this dude came onto our college campus and shot in our library. And so, like, I don't know, like, it's, yeah, like, and it was like, and the crazy thing was, it was nothing but God, because that night I was supposed to go meet up with my friend April, and we were going to go to, because we were taking some social work class, we need to study, and we were going to go to the library, but I ended up going home, and she had left like 5 minutes before he came to our library, and so he shot a couple people. This one boy was like paralyzed for like lives. A couple people had like books in their backpack that like literally saved their lives.
Wow.
But like, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy out
just
here.
a few weeks ago, my dad's high school had to have a lockdown.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He just sent out a mass message, "Hey, I'm in here," but they locked the school down.
Yeah.
Really?
And then I was like, "Well, tell me when when they clear it. That's all you really, it's like it's not much you can do. It's not much you can say.
And pray.
But pray and stay calm. So you can try to be as much ahead of them as you can.
Yeah. I think I've seen on news. This is like the 304th mass shooting this year.
Mm-hmm. And it's so sad because it's like it's common now. Mm-hmm. It's like when we were kids in school, like it was not common. So like when the one happened in Colorado, when that happened, when that happened, it was like really serious. So because we didn't have them that often, but now it's like it's just another mass shooting. Okay, it's sad.
Yeah, shootings, bomb threats. I mean, it's just like crazy stuff. But I think stuff is like 10 times worse now. Anywho,
I'm about to say lighter.
Yeah, something lighter. Lighter.
Black girl magic news.
Yeah.
In Houston, Harris County, 19 judges were voted in that were black women.
19.
19.
Wow. Up to this
and
black
like
girl
to
magic.
say, y'all, to be from Texas, lived in Texas all my life, to see how this, even though like Beto didn't win, we had a lot of small victories to me that led up to like a big victory, because like so many black women in general won offices and won seats and stuff that like normally we wouldn't have got here in Texas. Like this is a red state. It's never been a swing state. But to say that he was like 3 points off from winning, that
was a hard L for me. Like, I was diehard Beto, and I understand that he only lost by 3 points, but that was a hard lose.
For me, being in Texas all my life, to see like even in the city that I live in Arlington, to see how close it was.
You got to see the progress.
Like and to see how many seats we overturned. Like our precinct county commissioner is now a black woman. So like in Arlington, if you know Arlington, this is when you start crossing the lines where it starts to get real red. And it's like, it's a lot of big progress. When I even look back at my hometown and looked at their stats, how close the ones, like say the Democratic Party that people who were running that lost, how close they were in East Texas, that is something to be
and
said.
That's unheard of.
Like to see I'm sorry, it's just to see all the progress people were making, like all these people who is just winning seats and stuff. That was a small loss, and then it could have happened for a reason, because he's saying he may possibly run for president in 2020.
I've heard a lot of people say things like that, like they see a lot of Obama in him, like young Obama and Beto. But for me, like I do think no matter the race, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, our government should reflect the colors of the community it serves. It should not be all one color. And when it's all one color, there's a problem.
Exactly. And all one gender.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's another thing. It's like, it's to see how many women who won stuff this go around. It's like, it's crazy. It's
exciting.
Ooh.
Crystal is beside herself.
I am. It was like I was watching a game. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. I can't, because I'm stressing out right now. And then, did y'all see where Stacey Abrams is gonna do a runoff?
Really? I know she was not conceded. Did she actually concede?
No, she said no. But the race is so close.
Yeah, it's very close.
And
they're doing a recount with Andrew.
I was just about to say they're doing a recount with Gillum. In Florida.
I feel like when it's super close like that, and there's been some sort of odd things going on, like holding ballots or holding voters' registration IDs, just different weird stuff like that.
Because Aisha, why Florida always messing up with these elections?
Hanging chains.
Y'all been having the last 20 years.
We got some crookedness in it.
It is.
Literally, our whole state was red, except for like major cities where there's like major colleges. Like Tallahassee was blue, Orlando was blue, like South Florida, some areas in South Florida, but everything else, and I want to say Tampa, everything else was legitly red. It's a Republican state. It's a bunch of old people.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. The baby boomers need to sit down somewhere and boom it on.
Boom it on.
When I see the bottom of Texas is slowly turning blue, and then our major cities have been blue for a long time now. Like Dallas, Austin, Houston, San Antonio. I think is Corpus Christi blue.
I think they may be.
But to see everybody in the South is going blue and it's slowly turning blue, that's my
Texas is gonna be blue next time. I really do believe it. It's gonna especially at the rate that people are moving here from the West and the East, and we know they're more of different mindset. Yeah, they're gonna flip it because these older people 2 years from now they're gonna be dead. Some of them. They gonna count. Hashtag die out.
Y'all horrible.
I'm just saying, like you rolling into the, you just
in the election polls. This one man just looks so, and I don't know if I'm supposed to look at people's ballots, but I looked at his. He had voted for old boy Ted Cruz, and
you looked at his.
Yeah,
how you look at his ballot?
I don't even know how you saw all of that.
Cause while I voted that, you had to manually write it down and scan it in.
Where
They
did
didn't
you
have
go?
the machines.
I don't like stuff like that.
What was Las Colinas?
Las Colinas?
Girl,
Valley Ranch had computers. We were like,
I've never done a ballot where I had
it was a write-in ballot.
Even in East Texas, I didn't do
and we had to
like
stick it in this machine
crooked
and
to
slide it
me.
in.
Oh,
And I said,
recount.
and I said, we don't do it like this in Florida. But I was just like,
I don't know where y'all.
I don't know.
at the recreation,
I
at
don't
the
know
Mustang, at the Mustang Recreation Center, do a recount.
Get
my better votes in. Yeah,
I didn't, cause like even when I was in college and I used to go back home to go vote. Like, no, we did computers. I've never done anything like. I didn't know they still had them.
I walked in there like, what is this? It was a write-in
hanging
ballot.
chads.
Yeah,
You done brought the spirit of hanging chads with you from Florida.
From all the way from.
In Florida we have machines.
But you know y'all messed up y'all messed it up anyway.
Like, come on, they meant to push that. They just didn't push all the way through, but they didn't count those people. That's how
You know, y'all say love to mess up some stuff, boy.
I'm telling you, Florida have a few more instances, and I'm going to get with Congress, write a letter. Can we saw Florida off and just flood it? Float it. Just
you gotta do that.
First off, y'all can't do Florida like that.
But remember
this country would be lost without this Floridian swag that we bring.
Remember
the world.
Remember the dude he was eating somebody's face? You remember that when they had bad salt?
What about what y'all got going on in Texas? Worry about
What about Trayvon?
Oh yeah.
What about Sandra Ball, whatever?
But they happened after
Trayvon. I don't care.
You want the woman name right?
R.I.P.
Sandra Bland.
I'm
move on. Cause I'm
saying
not.
Florida, because y'all be messing up in them elections.
Yeah, y'all do.
Y'all do. What we not gonna do is come for my state, okay? Yeah. Anthony, you just sitting there. You was born there. I'm getting a fit in Florida. And you heard all right. You letting them come for our state.
That's about
And you heard about the python problem that y'all
we're
have.
not talking about this.
Get down in the
With y'all dirty beaches.
We do have dirty beaches.
Okay, like
It really wouldn't count as a beach, but okay.
I'm about to say it's not.
And a nasty gulf.
Right.
It's dirty. I give it to you. It's dirty.
I'm about to say we don't even count it as a beach, so
whatever.
you tried it.
Y'all ain't got nothing going for y'allself in this state. Ain't nothing but a bunch
I know we got Ted Cruz.
Just like your state is Republican.
But we a swing state.
Apparently y'all not, because y'all keep messing up.
Y'all
never
back the
y'all
other
can't
way.
never swing the right way. Y'all can't never be like shorty swing my way. Never.
We done swung a lot of ways.
Oh,
Republican.
We
Republican.
done been Democrat probably about,
When was the last time y'all was Democrat?
probably about
8, 10, 12 years.
I just wonder what they gonna do about the python problem, because that's
we gonna bring them here and drop them off to you.
They ain't gonna bring. How they gonna bring them?
They not gonna live here. They gonna go right. Whoa, it's a little dry out here.
Yeah, they ain't coming out here.
Go to Louisiana, play with them.
Them gators gonna get them.
Right.
Right, the gators will eat them.
Did you guys hear the actor? What's her name? Rebel Wilson. You know that she plays on.
That sounds familiar.
She was the big white girl. Big girl. On. Dang it.
I don't know any
Right,
of these people y'all bringing up.
She was on that movie you like called Sing.
The singing movie.
I love her.
Yeah,
She's so funny.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like her too. But she said that she's the first ever plus size girl to be starred in a romantic comedy.
Lies. What about she lying?
That's not true. About Queen Latifah was in Just Right.
And what about Nikki Parker?
Oh,
in that movie when she got the African man.
Yes, this is her groove.
Baby, she's talking about but what mainstream movie is she in?
She has one coming up. She has one coming up. I don't know if it's at the end of this year or at the.
I didn't watch that movie that you always watch when they singing.
When she sings.
What's the movie?
Oh, I love that acapella.
Yeah, they sing on. So I like her, but I don't.
She has her own line.
Messed up. Nah,
right.
But you know what?
They said Black Twitter went in on her,
and they should have. Rightfully so. Don't play.
Somebody was like, "So what is Black Twitter exactly? Like,
baby,
what is that?
You better get your life.
Basically, it's when all the black people come for you. Black Twitter.
But you know what? I have to admit,
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. I have to admit, seeing Queen Latifah roll around in the sheets, it made me feel uncomfortable.
What?
I don't know. It was just weird. Something was very
I don't remember seeing that, and I really don't care. But
it was. She was
like,
not
gonna. What? My thing is,
I don't know why, but it would just make me feel uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, because I think of her like my uncle or something.
Bye. We done.
But yeah, they went in on her.
She don't give you uncle vibes.
No. If this pensioner, I would have slid down to the floor, but let me straighten up, Jehovah.
Nah. But yeah, they got her together. The only one who kind of gave her encouraging words was Monique, but she's hit or miss right about now.
Monique is canceled too.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Monique is canceled. I'm tired of her sugar pudding. You know she get to going. Oh, honey britches. And I'm like, shut up, Monique. You ain't nobody great, 80. Shut up.
In her mind, she's like Cicely Tyson or something. I
don't know who she thinks she is.
Well, you can't base your whole comedic skit on being big and then go lose weight. So you lost your way anyway.
Because she
never thought about it like
she
that.
lost her way.
I don't think so. Because when you listen to her stand-up comedies,
a lot
of them
skinny women
fat
or something.
Jokes,
skinny women.
I think she still is funny, but her personal views is what just gets her canceled.
Well, this last Netflix thing was kind of disrespectful because there are people out here that would do anything for $500,000 or whatever it was, or 6-figure salary, and then she gonna say I'm too good for that. Woman, it's something. It's a check. Just take it.
Well, according to Cat Williams.
Come on, Uncle Cat.
That's Aunt Cat.
He said,
we just got gender identity problems tonight.
Okay, y'all stop. He said the way Netflix writes your contract up for those specials is based on how many tickets you sold in the last arena.
But he's not even one to.
No, because he's getting big bucks.
How much is he?
Cat Williams is hilarious.
Because whenever he goes to an arena, he does sell out.
He another one. I think he gonna get shot.
What?
Him and Charlamagne.
Anyway, he said based on your arena sales is how.
I didn't know he had a Netflix
He
show.
had one that he did in Jacksonville, Florida. It's just
Duval.
And he talked a lot about Duval.
Is that a shout
And it was like, and I was sitting here like, okay. But it was in the beginning. It started out funny, but then he just started talking about Duval County, and I was like, okay, bro.
Oh,
But you
probably
hear.
because he was in Duval.
Yeah, it was.
Was he talking bad about it?
No, he was making jokes based on Duval
Okay.
County. So if you're not from Duval
You're not gonna
County,
get
you're
it.
not going to
I thought he was talking bad about it.
No.
Okay, I was like,
was
see,
doing
he
jokes
just
like-
don't make any sense.
It's like us doing jokes based on Dallas area and different
Just
things that we
yeah.
do. You're not going to
I want a fish plate.
That is so random.
Does Duval County have good fish plates?
They should.
They got good fish.
Florida
plates
just
in Florida.
fishy all around that
She done got
coast.
on. She done got back on.
right there.
Just all
You like seafood?
I know y'all.
Y'all can like seafood, but I just have to make sure can y'all do it right would be the
Fresh.
question.
Have you ever had
seafood.
Florida
I
seafood?
haven't.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like the
You don't
animals
remember
just
it.
fly
It don't
right
stick
out the water.
It don't
and
stick out to you.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, y'all better stop coming for Florida because we gotta have some big problems.
That's what
Everything
I
is
do
better
get
in
out
Florida.
I'm gonna get out there to try.
Everything is better in
I'm
Florida.
just saying,
Like
it's
everything
fresh-
is bigger
it's
in Texas.
fresh
Everything is
It's
better in
fresh
Florida.
seafood. I mean,
Yeah, no,
the sea stuff just fly
right.
right out of the water.
It tastes better than what y'all got out here. I don't know what y'all.
I wouldn't eat
from.
seafood out of the Gulf. That's that nasty water.
I don't know what y'all where y'all get
Oh,
y'all
no.
fish, shrimp.
Houston seafood is
crab.
good, but Dallas is inland, so why would you trust Dallas?
Yeah.
Like, you come to us for steaks. So
I wouldn't
why
even
would
get
you?
a steak from him.
You would?
She don't eat red meat.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
you're right.
anyway.
So, she don't eat steak.
I mean, the
got
cow could have
steak
came
here.
straight from Fort Worth.
Let her go, because she don't know good food, though. That's
I
all
don't
that
know.
is.
Y'all,
But you're right. Florida handle up on
What's
their
y'all
seafood. I give you that.
what's y'all steak dish? What's y'all claim to fame?
I don't know.
Anything fishy.
I always just think fish tacos because they always out there surfing. And that's
Oh,
what
But would they have tacos though?
Not fish tacos. That's like
That's
a
what
California
that's what the
type
surfboarders
dish.
in Florida eat too.
I feel like that's more California.
They say it's good. And they
Ah.
just
What
grab
y'all
it and
good
go.
for?
Huh.
I think like seafood, like literally like crab pots and.
I need to go.
Well, I can get that in New Orleans, so
But no, it's a different
Totally
taste.
different.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
different seasoning.
Y'all,
Different
New
seasoning.
Orleans, y'all like this stuff super hot. Florida
no,
get
now that's
Florida seafood. It tastes like it got love in it. Like
See,
you
That's
got
where
the
now
love.
that's where you not gonna come for it. No,
You can
that I have a
love in
little
that
footing
Florida.
in. So you're not gonna come for it.
So you
like
ain't never
that.
had a good crab boil from
okay.
New Orleans, like
No, it tastes
because
good.
Florida crab boil is bland, bro.
No, that is not what
So
it is.
you put
Y'all-
salt water,
no.
squeeze your lemon on the shell, and put the butter on the
No,
shell.
that is
Ain't got
not
no
how you
seasoning on
do. You
it.
gotta use the crab boil season.
you put
Y'all-
dog legs in your crab boil.
No,
I've heard of people doing that.
not in Florida. That's probably New Orleans.
I cannot.
New Orleans, y'all eat.
Baby.
Y'all eat stuff out the swamp. Like
Whoa.
I'm not
But them
eating.
crawdaddies be good.
I don't
though.
care. The crawdaddies don't come out the swamp.
Yes,
They
do.
come out of rice fields.
Use a lie.
They store in rice fields and the crawfish come up.
Who told you that?
Shanice, because she knows somebody who.
I'm
No,
too through,
no,
babe.
sweetheart.
So you telling me that
They come from the swamp.
they come out of a rice field?
First of
right?
all, what rice fields is in Louisiana? Rice fields is out there.
They flood them.
They're not even known for rice.
Maybe it's cornfields. It's some
Then
kind
you
of-
was better off saying strawberry fields because they know
Maybe it's
strawberries
wheat
out there.
fields.
No,
Google what? Google what?
do that.
Why is we arguing about this? Hold on.
what area she at?
We haven't even got to the topic.
Because I like to change subjects real quick on that. Because I had saw something today which I was happy.
I need a neck brace.
Arguing about crawfish.
I was happy for, but kind of didn't at a dismay. Keke
Clean my teeth
Wyatt
with
got
Uncle
married
now.
again.
Again?
Oh, yes, she did.
With all those kids?
Yeah, because
That's
she
why I feel
pregnant.
kind of salty.
Yeah, she just had a ninth child. I
So
think.
all those kids and I still...
No, don't take
look
a
at it
step.
like
Don't
that.
do
Don't
it.
look
I
at it
had to
like
stop
that.
myself.
Lord, my harvest.
You got it.
My harvest, where's...
Shatrina,
Don't,
don't look at it like that. I had to stop
Sing the
myself.
song. Sing the song. Sing the pastor song.
Oh, the
struggle.
I was over here thinking about crabs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm happy for her, but I did feel a little salty because I said sis got like an army of children
Yeah, she got like 9
She has
kids.
more than a basketball team. She has subs.
She just signed her divorce papers.
Yeah, he's dating somebody else and she's dating somebody
Make Michael
else.
Jamal.
No, she's not dating anybody else. She's married.
Oh my gosh. But I think sis got some sort of magical powers.
She's just not in her vocal cords, huh? Singing is just not.
You don't like Keke?
What?
No, I'm saying
Keke,
that her
do you
singing is
love
not.
me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you almost got bad.
You know, she said she has some magical power, so I said it's not just in her
I'm
vocal.
starting to
Okay.
think she like get on there and be like, you know, do a special gypsy.
You're done.
You about to get your conversation locked down tonight.
No, that's her.
The struggle is over. I ain't say nothing.
She done called Queen Uncle.
Done. We're done.
So that was Keke Wyatt. I mean, I'm proud for her though, and I did recently see her. She was singing at somebody's party, and that girl vocal
I'm
was
about to
still
say,
on point.
I was like, no, you almost got
She
bad.
wooed him. No.
Her uncle that worked for the city.
The construction worker uncle.
Bye. Y'all
I'm
gonna
about to say, y'all is done.
That's my aunt.
Oh, she your aunt.
Baby,
Yeah, she my
I
aunt.
wish Queen was.
I wish she was my aunt
We're
too.
talking about it.
I would hold her and her.
I wouldn't mind if she was my uncle.
But she my aunt though, so you gonna quit talking about
But she my
Yes.
uncle. We related then.
it. What else you saw here?
I don't know.
You see
I
anything
think
else? What you done seen? Because you say one more Kanye thing, you done. You done tonight.
I'm cut out.
It's like Kanye West looks like he's sourcing new rubber for
There's
it. No, I'm just
been
kidding.
a rap. I don't know the rapper's name. I have to supposed to tag him. One of the new young ones. His fashion has been off the chain lately.
Ooh.
He been rocking this whole what do you call it? A scarf.
Hijab.
Right.
Hijab.
Girl, that ain't even rap
You
like
talking
no
about? You
hijab.
talking about?
No,
You
it's
talking about
just
Young
rap.
Thug?
Yes, that's an it's
Oh,
rap
I seen him in the wheelchair.
Young Thug going back to jail, y'all. He failed his drug test.
Oh,
man.
bye.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
But his fashion has been hitting my nerve.
Yeah, he was in
That
a
little red riding
wheelchair.
hood thing on.
They said that he looked like your auntie or something like that.
Why does this keep going? I'm sorry. It was a meme. I'm done.
Yeah, it was.
He going back to jail because he failed his drug test.
He failed the fashion test too.
Don't.
I can't get
Yeah.
one. I
don't know if he's giving us Hansel and Gretel vibes or like what. Like,
yeah,
you know,
it is like
that's weird.
mixed with what's
Why y'all being mean
what's
to
the
Young
big
Thug? Young
big
Thug.
labels? It's Saint Laurent
Oh,
and Hansel and Gretel. I just
like you about to get eaten up.
You know, for a long time I thought it was East Saint Laurent, not East Saint Laurent.
It's Saint Laurent. I don't know. I can't afford it.
That's
Baby.
not cute. All them raps and drinks.
Okay, you guys.
Yeah.
on to our topic tonight.
They showing out to that.
We've been on one day ourselves, and you included, Aisha.
No. What?
We're not going there. We're going on to the topic.
Let's go to the topic.
Our topic is talking about waiting. How are we waiting? Is it hard for us to wait?
Depends on what
are
we're
we
waiting
doing?
for.
Anything. Anything. What are we doing in the midst of waiting? Waiting.
Well, I'm getting my back together. I'm getting well. I'm waiting well. Waiting and getting well.
Well, sister, your back together. What else? Your neck, your throat, your jaws.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Come on, man. Anthony, come back.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry. We gonna edit that.
What is?
No, we're not. You gotta be conscious. Both of y'all.
Well, no, I'm seriously getting my health together under control. Because you have, in order to move into the next chapter, I feel like you have to be your best self. And you're not your best self when you
What's the
not
next
feeling
chapter
well.
you think you moving into?
Whatever.
That's
If I
gonna
go into
require your back to
construction or whatever I'm doing, I need to be well.
Okay, Ebony, because we're gonna cut the tree off. We gotta cut her off.
Gotta give her a break.
Because she's been getting...
waiting well. Just really... I'm going to piggyback off of what she said, not say what she said. So physical health, again, eating, working out, different things like that. Because like she said, we got to be our best self, and some things that we're waiting for, and we say that we should have had it at this time, I feel like we're missing something. Like we're waiting on that to fill a void in which God's like, you're not ready for it yet, or some things that I want you to get first. Before I give you that. But I feel like we're waiting and we're so frustrated and anxious for it because we're trying to fill what we feel is a void. And God wants us to realize, hey, there's not a void there. You know, it's not that you're feeling anything with that, what you're waiting on. It's more or less that this is just a season that you're learning from or growing from. And I think when I change that perception on how I can be my best self or how I can improve in certain areas like communication, networking, and talking to other people, it's not my strong suit. I don't care to do it, randomly talking to people, but I have to push myself out of it. And it's like one of the blogs that I wrote about before is just mostly like, if I continue being this person or just doing the ordinary, you're going to get the same results too. So if I just take this time in which I feel like I'm waiting for and improve or just strengthen in different areas, I could actually be walking into what God has in store for me. Because like Pastor said, it's not that he's setting things up for you at a time. He's already set things up for you. Like you're walking. He's already been before you. He's already set these things for you. But if you're going to continue doing life the same way, you'll never get to those because you're not moving. So I just feel like we're in like a season of just move your feet, you know, not shy away from anything or not saying no or that's outside of me. A lot of times he's not asking us to do anything that harms us. So if it's not, go jump off 35, like just try it, give it a shot. You never know who you might meet, who you might talk to, what doors might be open. So I think in this season, can't say so I did that last season, but this season I guess my eyes are more open to what I can do to help myself.
I think it's good because I really do think about the whole scripture of faithful over few who make you rule over plenty. If I'm not even being faithful over what I have now, the life I have now, like just being reckless with my body and just all types of things, then how am I going to be when I have like a family to take care of? Am I going to be reckless with them too? So it's even
stewardship.
It's even like stewardship over like your joy and your peace and things like that. It's like, okay, it's just you. I got you. You got everything taken care of, and you can't find joy in what the things that I give you. So when I add this addition, and then you're gonna have to be like just how we all like we all have like leadership, opportunities at work. You're manning a whole team now. When once you were in that position, it was just you. So if I give you that ability to man the whole team just in your life, if you can manage your stress, your peace, your joy, and stuff like that. When I give you a family, a husband, you do know that you're going to be a help in managing their peace, joy. So if I can't get you to do that just individually, I can't provide you with that just yet because y'all all going to be a wreck. So
because that's what I was thinking about for me. Like in the season of waiting, that's how I feel. It's like I'm waiting, and because like I said, with the part of the ups and downs this week, I was kind of like getting down, like, dang, I'm still waiting on this, I'm still waiting on that, and it's like, stop, like you need to start preparing for it. Like last night when we were talking about just saying thank you God for everything that he's already done, because he's already worked everything out for you. Everything that you're asking for is already done, so you just need to start preparing for it. How can you ask for certain things and you don't even have the stuff that you need? Like, say if you waiting for this harvest, you don't even have the basket set up to even pick the corn and all that kind of stuff, and just go out there and go harvest whatever it is that you're supposed to be harvesting. So you have to prepare for what you're asking for, because like you said, if he sends it to you right now, are you really prepared to handle it? Are you prepared to handle it right now? Instead of you saying, complaining like, I don't have it, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have this. But are you prepared to handle it?
And that concept has made me more comfortable with waiting, because it's like, shoot, well, if I get it and I'm not ready, then I may ruin something that God given, and and then we have to work over those, like myself as a hurdle. So
I was saying, I also looking at life as the connect the dots. That was also an illustration that was shown to us, because I know I see my life as a timeline, and it has sticky notes on it. And my sticky notes is where I told myself I was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at that, and when I get there to that age or that time, and that sticky note is not done yet or fulfilled yet, then I get frustrated. And I feel like it's me. I need to do something. But when I look at it as that illustration of connecting a dot, it's more or less you're here. But to finish a whole picture, you need all of those dots. Whereas in a timeline, it's just like checking it off, throwing away. Or I don't want it, I got to get there. But it's like, to get this whole picture of the dream that he puts on you, do have to go through these seasons before you actually get the full picture. So it's just not like you're here, okay, well, that's in the past. Now I can move on and try to do and accomplish this. It's almost like you're always fighting. You're always racing for something instead of just living it and going for the full picture. So,
Aisha, how you feel about seasons of waiting?
Or how have you been waiting?
Yeah.
I haven't been waiting. So before we started our podcast, I had told y'all that, I'm giving God a year. I'm about to be 28 before I get a man, right?
Yeah, let her finish.
But wait.
Let her finish.
So I said that, and then as I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, dang, I really can't give God a year. I can't, because like Ebony said, I put everything on the timeline myself. So I expect certain things to be done at certain timelines. So I think that God is trying to maybe direct me in a different direction that does not require a timeline, and I'm trying to realize that, okay, maybe certain things don't have to be done within a certain time frame in which I've set for myself, but in the time in which God has set for me. So I just gotta, sit here and wait it out until I'm old and gray. Just waiting.
Whatever.
You ain't gonna be old and gray.
Waiting for God.
I think it's just difficult. It's difficult for us because we've been taught that we gotta be go-getters. There's ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. Ain't nothing out here for free. So it's instilled in us that nothing's gonna happen without me. So it's like a mindset that we're making that shift. And in that waiting season, I feel like my mind is shifting constantly, because like she said, it only takes a few nights or a few days before you're back in the old way of thinking, I am lacking something. I don't have this and they have that, and look how they did their life like this. They disrespect, you start, you like, bro, they got this many and that, and I'm out here. I had to pick a fence stream. Went to school. I was supposed to be married by what? 28? 25. I should be on my third kid, but none of that has happened yet. So it's like, how can I perceive it? Because if I perceive it in a negative light, what is that? What am I going to gain from that anyway?
Nothing.
So, you nothing. Aggravation, frustration, all that stuff you gain from that. And then if I just sit back and say, okay, this is where I am right now, but what can I benefit from it at this point? You kind of alleviate all that other pressure of the anxiety, the frustration, which is easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely. But I see Sarah, and I don't want that to happen. Like, there's a whole nation fighting another nation because of one lady's, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't even have to happen, but because she went outside of God, it was like,
so my thing is, I understand there's a season of waiting and you're supposed to wait and just sit here and wait and just wait. But at what point do you stuff don't just drop in your lap?
And that's the key, because I remember our pastor said that before. Don't confuse wait with laziness.
I'm talking about when it comes specifically.
When it comes to what?
Never mind.
Because it could be,
anything. What are you talking about?
I'm just, I'm like, because some things isn't in an effort of laziness. Like, it's not because I'm lazy.
So what do you feel is not an effort of laziness?
Like, okay, say for dating, for instance.
Okay.
You're supposed to wait for this man to show up, right? Waiting, you're just supposed to sit here and wait, and a guy's supposed to just magically appear in your lap and be like, hey, I'm in love with you.
And that's part of that preparing and us changing and shifting our mindset, because was Ruth waiting for Boaz, or was she out there in that field working?
Was Belle waiting for Beast? No.
she was out there working,
So
cleaning that house.
So you supposed to be out working, cleaning houses, and a man just
No,
you're
not
taking it, don't take it literal. What
But
you're supposed to be doing is out here is living your life,
the best life.
So
and then you gonna just bump into some dude. And
most likely that's
most of the time that's how
it's because it's just like
That's
this.
true.
Like they said, okay, you can tell a single lady that is just waiting and she's not leaving the house.
Yeah. Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
how you gonna meet him?
Who are you gonna meet? How you
The
gonna meet
delivery
him?
man.
Is he supposed to be the
plumber,
right.
the delivery man.
Right, so we'll encourage her. Even just get out. Even if you're just hanging out with the girls, you're going to take that step to get out of the house because he's not going to come to your doorstep.
Four walls.
So if you're already that person that
come out from those walls.
Right, you're already that person that okay, now I go out and about, I hang with the girls, da 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 da. What else can I be doing to improve the better me?
Oh, like doing some squats and stuff.
No, well, you
go to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm finna get my squat game on.
Plus,
I'm gonna say even if it's just communication. A lot of us do not know how to talk regularly to a man. Attracted to him or not
I will
attracted
admit
to
to
him.
that.
Yeah.
I go into like attracted to them or not attracted to them. Many times I go into a 5-year-old in the mind.
Yeah.
You start stuttering.
Yeah.
You don't know how to draw out conversations.
Yeah.
You don't know how
talking
to link.
too much or being too, like you're overthinking everything that you do and say.
Why
But I
is
think
that though? I wonder.
We're so analytical too.
Yeah, and I think it's just more or less the waiting part was what tears us up sometimes is all four of us at this table, we have some way of, we're kind of control freaks. In some areas,
I know.
I would say in some areas you might not be, but in other areas, like, I need to know how this is being done. I need to know how this is done. Yeah.
Beginning and the end.
Yeah.
I'll fill in
so
the
it's
rest.
like,
literally,
right now it's like,
rest.
we're having to, like, God, it really is in your hands. It's not.
Really
it has
is.
nothing to do with
That's
me.
the scariest part.
I would say I just don't want you to get confusing weight with literally just sitting there.
Yeah.
We don't want you to just sit there because you ain't gonna find nobody.
Remember, fake without works is dead.
Yeah.
If you want a job all you want to, but if you sit behind 4 walls and don't go apply, then God can't even come down and bless the employer to say I won't.
And sometimes that's not. I used to encourage mine. After that application, you send it in. About 3 days later, go pop up in there.
Yeah.
Wherever you apply, pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I was just checking out, see if you guys had any positions. I know you
Follow
guys
up
were
on
hiring. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
I applied 3 days ago. Are you guys still hiring? You can ask to talk to managers.
Yeah.
And what that does is that puts a face with a name.
Yeah.
And that's exactly same with the dating game. You can't be out here. I'm more of a text person. I will DM text.
That's not me.
And
I
then
would
when I get in
text
front of
day
you,
in, day out.
conversation dead.
That is not. See, I'm the opposite. I'm not a texter.
So now for me,
And
I
part
can
of me feels
identify
like
that, so
God
now
is
I'm
going
gonna
to send
push
me that
past
man. It's
that.
like, he will call me in the morning. Crystal, how did you know?
Because think about it. Are you really supposed to date digitally? Like, you can't date digitally.
Right,
It's not even that bad. Like, you could date in person and I'm cool. Like, I could talk to you in person. Like, once I get comfortable around you, I could talk to you. But, like, day to day, I send more text messages than I am on the phone. Like, I'm, like, legit millennial when it comes to that. I will send more text messages than... If I didn't have to talk to my nieces, I probably would text my mom.
See, I feel like I'm an old millennial when it comes to that. Like, we like more voice, like,
And I just know that's one of my issues. So I know
like
I need to grow in that.
If I say, like, how you're on the phone with your friends all the time, like, no. I'm like, let me text this. Unless it's something I need to, like,
understanding of
just clarify something, then I'll call you.
We have a text group, me too, but like stories are funnier when you can hear the person. They're like,
sometimes I'm about to say sometimes with that I'll be like, hold on, like, I gotta call you and tell you this and do that. But most of the time,
when it comes to dating, I text a little more.
Yeah.
But I text a little more, but it's still like, even when I go and then after texting, like, for a while, I usually don't go on dates until maybe
you talk.
Yeah, for a while, and then after that, the conversation just flows because I feel like I know enough about you to have a conversation with you after talking to you for so.
I personally feel as if that's why dating is so hard, because a lot of people want to text, and I never feel connected, or I never feel as if I can get to know someone via text. Like, I'm like, hello, how was your day? Yeah. It was fine. You know what I mean? Do you really want to go into full-on conversation about how your day
I'm about to say, I would rather, because see, here's the thing though, even though I'm more of a texter, I would rather have a conversation with you in person versus me on the phone. So I don't think for me that dating part is because of that. I think right now it's literally God is saying, Crystal, you gotta wait.
I'll take a phone conversation too, because I gotta know what your voice like. If it's deep and strong,
but see, dudes are real good. Just like how we'll raise our voices to make them higher on the phone, they'll drop their voices to make them deeper on the phone.
Do it all the time. He already 8, 17. I'm like,
guys do it. Y'all never noticed that?
I pitch my voice on the phone. I'm like, hello. I'm just too. I don't know.
Y'all never noticed. So you never
unless I'm in corporate America.
You never got a phone call. Okay, so you never been in a relationship with a guy, say like he worked and he got off at 2:00 in the morning and he called you. So you never picked that phone up and had a little light voice.
Well, do you mean clear the phlegm out of your throat?
But just you still changed your voice a little bit.
I can't lie, because when I wake up in the morning, I sound like Florida and Wheezy all together. And I have to get it out. I have to get it out. I'm telling you.
I ain't nobody coming.
And guys, like, they'll make their voices deeper.
Hey, how's it going? No,
I do that. I'll be like, hello? Hello?
She just real. She's just herself. Hello?
Well, I've done that.
Do you lighten the voice?
I'm trying to figure out
but once we in the relationship.
Let me hear your light voice.
You can't get it.
I
can't. It's just you see the number, the name, and it's just like it just clicks.
Yeah, but then once y'all in
hey babe,
you hear me? That's doing the preliminary stage. But once you in that real relationship, you like, I'm asleep. And if it's really for real,
I think I get Valley Girl voice maybe. Like, hey, how are you?
Exactly. Like it's something. It's a
maybe
different.
I get Valley.
But are you really supposed to be hello? Like that's not sexy.
But the thing is, once you get
why you gotta be sexy? Why you gotta be something?
But here's the thing, though. Once you get in that for real relationship, you like, I'm asleep, or either sometimes I won't answer.
I don't even remember answering the phone at 2 a.m.
What?
Not if I'm sleeping. Sleep more important. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I love sleep.
I would answer that phone. I used to answer that phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Girl, if sleep was a man.
But now,
yeah, I wouldn't do it.
It's not happening. That's how I know I'm getting old. Like now, boy, if you ain't called me by 9:00, don't
call me. Don't worry about it. Disrespectful. Don't call me at a certain time.
Don't worry. You better off sending the text messages, and that's gonna stop at about a good 11:00, because that's when I go to bed. So you don't do it. If it ain't called by 9,
don't do it
at all. Don't you call me. And I don't like when people call me early in the morning anyway. Like, say, yes, I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning. Don't call me, because I'm still trying to get my thoughts together.
I like talking on the phone in the morning. I like talking on the phone. They get the best me, because
please. No,
because right now if I go home, I'm gonna be like, then my eyes start crossing, and I'm like,
no, I'm getting ready
like
to work.
Noon, probably the noon. You can call me.
Don't call me on my lunch break.
Yeah, I talk on my lunch break,
because I'm trying to clear my mind from these people. Don't you call me?
I need a good
rhetorics.
I'll be on the phone. I'm like, bro, what up?
Lord bless y'all with somebody to break y'all rules.
I know it's gonna be Mother Joe gonna be sitting up here talking on the phone and stuff, and I'm like, bruh, like, you could have texted me that. You didn't have to call me.
I cannot stand heavy breathers on the phone. Oh my God.
Who does that?
You have asthma or something.
But you like round and brown.
But now then you better get your stuff cleared up.
Controlled, postured, big guys.
You can't be. How you doing?
You getting hung up on. Get my phone. I'm doing great. Go get that checked out. Right.
Go get your inhaler and call me back.
You just do that.
Yeah, some people out there who breathe hard. I can't. It just
I don't like when people breathe hard in general.
Yeah, it isn't
like that. Like when that girl on 90 Day Fiance was climbing through that desert and she.
Oh yeah, she was.
I was like, if this nigga right now, make me desert ain't that hot. Girl, it was the Moroccan desert.
I would have to say too, writing blogs have helped. It's probably just like journaling.
Yeah.
It helps.
Help what?
Helps me wait.
Oh,
Because it makes me put my life out there.
People got some time
Put my life out there and apply some scripture and be like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scripture will check you, right?
Dang.
and
Like,
I would say for me coming up with the topics, like, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, God, I hear you, I hear you, fam. Because it's like he's been really hitting me like with the whole waiting. Like I said earlier this week, it was kind of a little shaky in the beginning.
Even dreams of like where you're supposed to be or want to be career wise, dream wise. So it's like, I think we also have to understand it's not a race.
Yeah.
So when we think we're racing to a finish line, it's got to be as quick as possible. I gotta get there, no matter if I'm tired or worn out, but as long as I get there. But it's not a race, it's an actual journey. So you're walking some, there's gonna be rain, sunshine. So a whole journey takes on all kinds of seasons, it takes on all kinds of interactions and experiences. So it's like, when you look at it that way, it's like, oh, okay. It's not, and then another thing, comparison is one of my top ones right there. I can look at somebody, I'm like, but again, their journey is not my journey.
It's a natural almost reaction, like with a Keke thing. It's a natural reaction. But, you have to curve it.
Yeah.
Right. I think one post said it's like, don't measure somebody's timeline or somebody's story with your ruler or something like that. 'Cause your ruler is going to be different than theirs. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
True. Maybe I'm a little longer than Keke.
Girl, I'm done with you.
Take her off.
I'm just saying.
I feel like too, just not to bash or anything Keke, but it's like she was in a marriage, and then but was she just maintaining that marriage in the impact that it was, whereas let's like you waited, you're gonna marry, hopefully you'll marry just that one, and then God is when it comes to time, he does what he wants to, so it can be just that potent, I guess I would say, like that love, and that would be just as potent, and then she's just now getting it, or because she's may have settled, like she had to go through a lot of humps and bumps, and had she waited, she wouldn't have went through, you know what I mean, like you can look at those things like differently. True. Like, because I waited, and I know God's not he doesn't a respecter of time, so when I do get it, it's going to be just that much better. Not to say yours is going to be better than hers, but it's more or less like when I do get it though, it's going to be like off the bat, just crazy good. So
want to get exactly what he has for me, and not like just just
piecing it together.
Stuff.
I was saying, because sometimes you might have it where you have your own first, then meet your husband, then when y'all get together, now y'all have and then because that's what I was thinking too. I was like, man, I can say I want to be financially stable and fit, because that's just one of my biggest things. And he was like, okay, you say that, but how bad do you really want it? Because I'm sitting you down so you can get yourself together financially, and open doors so you can start your own business. And I could be doing the exact same for him, but if you guys collide right now,
it's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a mess.
Because that's remind me of what the pastor told me. You remember a couple of years ago when we first started going to his small group, and he said. And I was at that point, I had applied for the position that I'm in now, and it took them forever. It like 9 months for them to process everything. And he was like, Crystal, it's not necessarily that you're not good enough for it or you're not ready yet. He said, when you go to a restaurant and they have, like, say, you have 10 people, the hostess is smiling at you.
I remember that.
And so you don't know back there in the background that they're getting everything together, and it's getting it prepared just for you. So, and that was something else I had to think about today, because I had started looking at my career again and like, okay, well, I've been here in this position for like over a year, so I need to start looking at how to shift my career up or even go do something else. Do I want to move into a different position? Because I actually like the company I work for. Do I need, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff, and I had to chill out. Just really calm myself down and chill out.
Honestly, I feel like this season is just one to identify yourself, and that's really what I'm doing. A lot of self-reflecting, knowing who I am, because I know I'm more of an addictive personality. So if I am with you, I'm with you. Like I attach myself really, really thick. So if it's prematurely, I'm going to flood myself with you and not focus on what is in store for myself or what I was supposed to get. So if I need to wait so I can get myself together before I attach, because I'm gonna go full-fledged on his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've done it before.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
identify not your flaws or anything like that, but your personality and how you work. Because I mean, I know that attachment, he's given me that for a reason.
Yeah.
But if I use it out of season or out of, prematurely, it could be utilized, that tool or whatever, that skill that he gave me can be used and it hurt me in the end, or it can be misused.
I think a lot of women are like that though.
Mm-hmm.
Like we help and just you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like to help and enhance and nurture and
Right. He's given us those skills. It's just that we apply it to the wrong situation.
wrong people.
So I think right now I would say my season of wait is knowing me, and then knowing the pros of that personality that I have, that addictive catch. What's that for? How can I use that to benefit him? Stuff like that. And then it also just pinpoints, like I don't know who said it, but they were saying it, once you know those things about yourself, like if you know you have an addictive person or you need somebody to be there, you also know what you need in a guy. Darius Daniel said that, because those are things that you'll need. He did his was based off of hygiene. So if if you are very particular about the way that you look, and you say you need a guy that's going to be the same way, so you're not going to go get somebody who's not going to take care of themselves or looking at things that they eat, work out, because in the long run, in the beginning it may have worked, but after a while it's going to teeter off, because that's something you overlooked because it was something you actually need, because you take in consideration your looks, your hygiene, so you need that mate to do the same thing.
Yeah, because some people don't wash their tails.
And that won't work.
That won't work
at all.
That will not work. You cannot be at church smelling like produce.
I'm done with you. You did all Wednesday days. The trend's been going.
You cannot. God is not pleased.
Alright, so you have any final thoughts?
No, I'm ready to wrap this up.
Okay, you got any fun?
Yeah,
okay.
that was all.
Alright. Okay, so this week's scripture is Galatians 5:5. For through the Spirit we eagerly await by faith the righteous for which we hope. So what it's so crazy because last night our pastors, they went on and told us, like, telling everybody in your season of waiting, you wait, expecting what you're waiting for with open arms. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Just continue to thank him for what you're waiting for, and just be grateful for it already before it even gets to you, because it's coming. It's on its way. So don't stress out about it if you're in the season of waiting. Just get ready for it and be thankful with open arms.
Can I have one more scripture?
Go ahead.
It was Proverbs 16:9. It said, we can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps.
Ooh, that's good.
That kind of shook it up for me this week. It's like,
Yeah.
I can plan out all day what I want or what steps to make, but as soon as it's not what he wants, he'll shift it. He'll change it, that direction.
So true.
Any encouraging words for our listeners? I would just say continue dreaming. I think would be the biggest thing, because I think with the frustrations and the comparisons and things like that, we tend to shut off our stream of hope. And when you dream, and you think kind of ahead, not to get too ahead, but you do think ahead of what can possibly be, that continues to be encouraging to you to keep going. Because when we start looking to the left and to the right of us, it's a distraction, and those distractions could be our setback, and it could prevent us from not moving forward. It could pause, your story or what it is coming to you if you stop to look at other people's things. So I think just having hope and then looking forward for what God has in store for you is really good.
And it's not getting edited out.
Spiritual
All right,
blindness.
get yourself together, sis. You want to give me my handles for this week?
Okay. We edited it.
That's not getting edited, Aisha. Stand. It's stand.
Just gonna do a neck, whatever. Anyways, follow us on Lavender Lemonade 18 on Instagram. You can reach our website at lavenderlemonade.net for all of our subscription sites. I'm just really screwed up tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. And have a good night or day or evening.
Whenever you're listening to it. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.